Where's Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as the off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2.
What do you think Kobe Bryant? Where's Kobe Bryant?
I'd put him, he's in my top 10.
What the f***?
Huh? Top 10?
What kind of s*** is that?
There's Shaquille O'Neal, and
Okay.
there's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's Magic Johnson.
You think that Kobe Bryant is anywhere between 7 and 11?
Where do you have him?
I got him at 11. That's why I have him.
A what?
Yes, I have him outside the top 10. Yes.
11.
James,
Keep
Jordan,
going.
Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon, Diesel. Those are the 10 guys that I had him. With that being said, now,
What the hell?
They said he was selfish. They said he couldn't win without Shaq. They said he'd never be Jordan. For years, the media tore Kobe Bryant apart, questioning his legacy, doubting his greatness, and constantly measuring him against the next generation's chosen one. ESPN analysts lined up to crown LeBron James before he'd even won his first ring. The narrative was set. LeBron was the future, Kobe was the past. But here's what they didn't count on. Mamba mentality doesn't care about your narratives.
Where's Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as the off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2. And because we're making the argument about LeBron in terms of his versatility, being a guy that can play 4 different positions, being a point forward, being a guy that's a 27-point per game scorer and kind of things that he's been able to do. But LeBron's resume, in a lot of people's eyes, 10 NBA finals, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. I look at Kobe, and even though I would rather have Kobe, particularly in tight situations, but when you talk about the off-guard position, I think it's MJ and then it's Kobe. My attitude was Kobe's number 2 off guard, so automatically I didn't think about him as the GOAT.
Let's talk about what really matters in the NBA. Not the regular season awards. Not the all-time scoring lists. Not even the triple-doubles. When the lights are brightest and legacies are truly defined, there's only one currency that counts: championship rings. And when you add them up, the math is simple. Kobe Bryant, 5 rings. LeBron James, 4 rings. End of discussion, right? But somehow, someway, we're still having this debate.
As much as I like LeBron, and he's one of the greatest I've seen, why do they just brush him past Kobe Bryant?
I was just about to say that.
You know, because, you get these guys always say, well, Charles ain't on this list because he don't have a ring. That's fair. I accept that. But Kobe's got 5 rings, and he's the closest I've seen to Michael Jordan. Why? Because we're living in the moment. And he's got 2 more rings than LeBron. In my top 5, Kobe's number 6, LeBron is number 7. Listen, and that's no disrespect, but I'm not going to move LeBron past Kobe. I don't think that's fair.
The disrespect started early. Remember when people said Kobe was just riding Shaq's coattails? 3 championships with the Big Diesel, and suddenly Kobe was labeled nothing more than a sidekick, a Robin to Shaq's Batman. The media loved that narrative. They pushed it, sold it, and made you believe it. But what happened when Shaq left? Kobe didn't crumble. He didn't run to another superstar. He didn't form a super team. He stayed in Los Angeles, put the franchise on his back, and delivered 2 more championships back-to-back as the undisputed alpha. No questions asked.
I don't want this conversation. When I retire, I don't want people to say, okay, he only won because of Shaq. As unfair as that is, Magic never won without Cap, right? Michael never won without Scottie. Here I am getting stuck with this argument, which is not fair, but yet this is the argument people will make, and I'm not okay with that. So therefore, I knew, okay, I gotta go.
Meanwhile, what was LeBron doing when things got tough in Cleveland? He was already planning his escape route, the decision. Who could forget that spectacle? An hour-long television special just to announce he was abandoning his hometown team to join forces with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. He took his talents to South Beach and built the first modern super team. And even then, even with all that help, LeBron still lost in his first finals appearance with the Heat. Contrast that with Kobe. He never needed a televised breakup with his team. He never needed to chase other superstars in their prime. For 20 years, Kobe bled purple and gold, carrying the Lakers through every high and low.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Why?
Like I said before, I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win and to win for multiple years. And not only just to win in the regular season or just to win 5 games in a row or 3 games in a row. I want to be able to win championships, and I feel like I can compete down there.
Let's talk about loyalty for a second. 20 years with one franchise. That's what Kobe Bryant gave the Lakers. Through the good times and the bad, through the three-peat and the playoff droughts, through injuries, criticism, and everything in between, Kobe was a Laker from day one until his very last game. That level of commitment isn't just rare in today's NBA. It's practically extinct. Now look at LeBron. Cleveland to Miami, Miami back to Cleveland, then off to Los Angeles. That's 4 teams if you count his second stint with the Cavaliers separately. At every turn, it's the same story. Always chasing the easiest path to a ring, always searching for the next super team to join or create.
The greatest who's ever wore the purple and gold. For 20 years, he thrilled us. He made us scratch our head. What did we just see? What did we just witness? And he gave us 5 NBA championships.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Let's take a closer look at those championships. Kobe's 5 rings didn't come easy. They came against some of the toughest competition the NBA had to offer. In 2000, it was the Indiana Pacers led by Reggie Miller. In 2001, the Philadelphia 76ers with Allen Iverson at his absolute peak. In 2002, the New Jersey Nets with Jason Kidd running the show. Then came the real test, winning without Shaq. In 2009, Kobe faced the Orlando Magic with Dwight Howard, one of the league's most dominant big men at the time. And in 2010, it was the Boston Celtics and their big 3 of Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. That 2010 finals victory was different. It was personal. Game 7 against the very team that had humiliated the Lakers 2 years earlier. With the entire basketball world watching, Kobe delivered. That was the ultimate statement, proof to every doubter that he could win on his own terms. Now let's take a look at LeBron's championship path. His first 2 rings came in Miami alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, a team that was stacked with talent from top to bottom. His 3rd ring came in Cleveland, but let's be honest, it only happened because Kyrie Irving hit the biggest shot in franchise history. His 4th title came in the bubble with the Lakers, but again, he wasn't alone. Anthony Davis, one of the top 5 players in the league at the time, was right there carrying the load. The pattern is impossible to ignore. Every single one of LeBron's championships required a super team. Every single one needed another franchise player by his side. That's not coincidence. That's dependency.
Basketball on the court, complicated shots, shooting over taller opponents, footwork with extraordinary grace, the elan vital of the athletic balladry that he put on that court. I think there has been nobody better than Kobe Bryant. I think with the kind of will to win and playing through injury. Here's Michael Jordan. He's sick in one game, has a temperature. Scottie Pippen has to take him off the court. Oh my God, look at him. This man played with a broken finger and won a championship, had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger. I'm not denying the genius of Michael Jordan. I'm saying Kobe Bean Bryant, in my estimation, was the greatest basketball player. Studied the game, was a student of the game, worked harder than anybody else, including Jordan, to do what he did. That's why I think he's the greatest of all time.
The killer mentality. That's what separated Kobe from everyone else, including LeBron. Kobe played through injuries that would sideline most players for months. Torn ligaments in his shooting hand? He played through it. A fractured finger? He kept playing. A sprained ankle? He barely missed a game. And then there's April 12th, 2013. Kobe suffers one of the most devastating injuries in all of sports, a torn Achilles tendon. Most players would be carried off immediately. But Kobe, he limps to the free throw line, sinks both shots, and then walks off the court under his own power. That's not human. That's Mamba mentality.
As tough as he is, he was writhing in pain. So if you see Kobe writhing in pain, then you know it hurts.
Yeah.
And dislocations hurt.
Yeah.
And he had there's different degrees of dislocations. Mm-hmm. And if you can see my face, I really had to put a lot of traction on that bone to get it back in place. That's how dislocated it was. I put it in, and as soon as I did, you could just see that his pain went away. Anybody else would have still been in pain, but he
walked right back on the court.
Yeah, before I could even tape it, because I wanted to tape it, he was already gone.
Now compare that to LeBron's approach. The cramping in the finals. The dramatic exits when things weren't going his way. The load management. The selective effort during regular season games. LeBron is calculated and strategic, always thinking about longevity and preserving his body. Kobe was the opposite, raw, visceral, and relentless. He left everything on the court every single night. There's a reason players feared Kobe more than they've ever feared LeBron.
I just don't get it. What was the purpose of him just showing up in street clothes? You're not going to play. I did not agree with this decision, guys. I thought LeBron in this situation was selfish. He knew he wasn't going to play. He could have did exactly what Giannis did. Show up, put the uniform on. I'm here to support you guys, but I'm not going to play. The mere fact that he got on a flight and had to fly, and he's talking about his ankle and foot discomfort, the swelling goes on when you're up in the air. I did not agree with LeBron's decision. He showed up late. If you're not going to play, give someone else an opportunity to fill that spot. I disagree with LeBron's decision on this one.